We are back, and Skylar is jamming because
I love the music.
The music
in
is
this
amazing.
game. And then we're playing Soul Blazer.
Yeah, we are blazing through, and we've been not talking about it. But
I gotta say, this little fish is seriously helping out, though.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like that would be a pain in the ass if you're just getting hit by those
oh,
constantly.
it totally, yeah, it definitely is. You know, I think the frost armor actually helps me with that magma. Now that I think about it, it's been a minute, but
the frost armor or the bubble armor?
no, the frost armor, because remember we could walk on the fire,
right
in the last one.
It's kind of cool that some of the old items still have some use.
But
like the dream rod you have to keep pulling out.
You know, kind of talking back at that same point about like open world stuff, like this is such an interesting game to me because it's not open world in the sense that you can't just free roam everywhere, and it's not even open world like in the sense that even say like the Zelda games were. I won't say they're open world, but they kind of were proto open world in a way. Because you could just kind of wander around and find your way into stuff. I mean, the original one especially.
Well, yeah, which they kind of kicked back to with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Which I have many praises to sing about that game.
But there is a feeling of like constant exploration, and part of it is really just an issue of the environment's changed so much. It's like even though there's a linear progression through all of this stuff, there's always something new to see, and it's a unified new thing to see. And I think, you know, your roommate was talking last night about like Horizon Zero Dawn and feeling like the cultures of the different tribes and stuff actually feel kind of thought out. Mm-hmm. In a similar way, you know, the whole idea of yes, I got a strange bottle.
Esoteric. It's a strange
yeah,
bottle. It's like,
I'm just going to take that back to the Greenwood bathroom.
Any more context you want to provide? These hurricane birds always seem like they get a hit on you.
Oh yeah, I mean they're fast, and I know I can afford the hits. I've got herbs, so whatever.
Got a herb.
But yeah, and that's something that I think makes a big difference in the feeling of exploration. You know, okay, we can't kill those guys yet. Those are metal monkeys.
You're kidding.
Nope, those are metal rillas. Let me check. Nope, still hurts. Magma is stronger than frost armor.
Oh, he clams.
Yeah. Well, that fire hurt me quite a bit. Lou, I'm coming. Could have just like
oh no,
dolphin stomp that wall.
Yeah, does he actually get through?
Yeah, there's actually like a crashing sound as he's running. I can't remember. I think actually, you know what? We're gonna do something else here first. Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Can you eventually walk on the magma?
Yeah. So we picked up those mermaid tears earlier on.
Those are integral.
Yeah, they actually will stop. They'll turn all of the magma normal.
Oh.
They'll stop the volcano. We just have to get up there. But so
I didn't realize like that's the top of a volcano right there. Cool.
So we'll do this, and then we will come up and around and equip our mermaid tier.
Fire off an ice arrow.
Yep, on accident. Poured out the mermaid's tears. And now we get the little. Like how we're just standing on top of a volcano, like no big thing.
This is fine.
My magic boots. Got so many like.
We've been going all over the place with this.
Yeah. Oh right, change of scenery. Like, so this gets kind of into like a bigger design principle thing that I have, and it's so much of like design is about the psychological trickery of it it is. I mean, and it's not in a mean or like a malicious way, but it's in, you know, games. You're always repeating similar actions no matter what. Like, you know, you talked, I think in a previous episode about like repeated stories or whatever, and it's the same principle. It's that
repeated story.
Yeah, like there's only so many things we can do. Like there's only so many ways that you know, can do a job, like a work job sort of thing, you know, like a career. You know, you live, you die, you go about things in a roughly similar way. You have to eat, you have to go to the bathroom, you have to sleep.
For some reason I really thought you could be like, you live, you die, you live again.
No, we're not Ed Womp. But I mean, it is kind of a, you know, if you sit back and look at it, everything is really about that sort of psychological pattern. Ooh, new sword.
I was really wondering what was in that. That sword looks baller.
Yeah.
The critical sword.
The critical sword.
Weren't exactly.
It's the sword for our couch.
Weren't exactly innovative with those things.
Well, I mean, psycho sword, critical sword, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But there's definitely like a realization that in all games you're going from space to space. So what is it about moving from space to space that actually makes you feel like the world is large? And a lot of it is variety, and a lot of it is consistency. So being in an underwater place with mermaids and a culture and an architecture that is different from a green city of animals, and then having dungeons and spaces that all kind of feel unique unto themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that crazy painting, right? Like that's a completely different environment than like a volcano, and like the volcano feels right in terms of tropical islands as well.
Yeah.
I have not seen the Queen of the Mermaids. Okay, wait.
I'll go get her.
This is a secret. The Queen looks like this. What? She always sits like this. She looks so mean. Lou the dolphin has been captured. Please save him. Hey, Lou.
Okay. Oh, he broke through.
Yeah. Lou told me many
free.
things about the Queen. I don't think she was a bad person. She was just attracted to the jewel. My name is Lou. I used to live with the inventor, Dr. Leo. I like how we were talking about the Queen and you want to break free. That was just the blue stone I received from him is a strange jewel. It attracts anyone who looks at it and then changes their personality. If that person has a good mind, they will become a great person. If they have an evil mind, they will become a bad person. One day, the Queen found the jewel and took it. Then she placed me in prison. So that means the Queen is just a bad person to begin with?
Yeah. If she has an evil mind, she'll become a bad person. It's like, well, wasn't that already established?
We got the Thunder Ring.
What does the Thunder Ring do?
If you touch a lightning pyramid, lightning will strike.
You got it.
Yep. That actually is very useful on an upcoming island.
You know,
We're going to be able to defeat some of the metal gorillas with the lightning.
It's funny you talked about like different like theming of zones and things.
Yeah.
Because that's woohoo. That's so very like when you, I don't necessarily want to say like from an MMO thing, but there's definitely like, you've definitely played that RPG where you're like, and here's the snow level, and here's the poison swamp level, and here's the, you know,
swamp
the
levels.
routine. Yeah.
God, there are. Oh God, I hate swamp
yeah,
levels.
I'm playing through Sekiro right now.
Yeah.
I'm in the swamp level. Yeah.
This is.
Stand on my nose.
Is this like a?
That's an invitation. Stand on his nose.
Is this a thing?
It's a thing.
Oh no.
What is he about to do?
I like how for a moment it looks like he might just be
I
killing
really thought
you.
he was about to be
He's
a dick
gonna
about
drop
it.
you.
Yeah.
The big pearl.
Nice. What's the big pearl do?
A beautiful pearl that can be found in Coral Reef. Somebody wants it for something. All right, Dolphin. Let's do this.
Fuck yeah.
And shit got real weird real fast under the sea. That's why it's hotter under the water.
Oh my god. Oh, you can get to her.
I'll give you the magic flare. The magic flare is useful.
It's just like a little pin you put on your vest.
I also, yeah, like it's the wrong flare.
Yeah. If y'all hear me yawning, by the way, I did not sleep well last night, and I'm
He
very sorry.
has a very yowly cat.
Yeah, I live with two roommates who both have two cats each, and one of them was gone last night, and the big doofy boy cat was distraught. So
And that cat, ever since he was a kitten, when he was distraught, he just be,
he fucking screams.
He gets mad and he is so stupid.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
He is the Omega Derp.
I love him quite a bit, but he is.
Well, actually, that's the noise he makes when he's having trouble pooping.
No.
How's he pried rocks on the edge?
Luckily, he hasn't had that problem in a while. So, anyways, interesting game discussion. Oh no, it's these guys again.
Yeah. Well, but I've got a different sword now. Remember, I've got the critical sword.
Oh, does it not? Oh, can you hit them now?
Yeah. The only that sound they were making, that's like the metal trait in the game, and so anything that has that or whatever they may have called it metal, I don't know.
Yeah.
But whatever has the metal trait, when it's struck by the Psycho Sword, it gets stunned, and those shells count as metal, and so they'll stun the enemy.
Yeah.
But since I don't have the Psycho Sword equipped anymore, it doesn't matter.
Like, you keep releasing all these sea creatures. I would love for it to just be like, Edwomp released the Kraken. And it's just like tentacles start coming up and eating all the mermaids. It's like, oh no,
once again, Magritte might have been right.
I've wreaked havoc on this beautiful underwater land. I actually like their little mermaid houses.
Yeah.
They're a little self-serving with their own mermaid statues, but...
I mean, have you seen billboards of humans? There's just pictures of other humans.
You know what my favorite one is?
What's that?
Because there's two versions of it. I don't remember the guy's name, but he's like the lion. He's a lawyer.
Oh, God.
And sometimes there's... Whoa, what?
It's like a current.
Oh. I had no idea you could walk on that. Sometimes it's just a picture of a big lion with the phone number on there.
Jeez.
It's like lion law, and it's very much just like, is your pride doing you wrong? Call lion law. You know, like, I don't know.
Maybe don't name yourself after a word that's like a homophone for not telling the truth.
You know, I never got that interpretation of it, but I see where you're going with it. But so sometimes, instead of like the big picture of the lion, it'll just be a picture of this. I don't want to say he's a doofy looking guy, but either way, like
you kind of do.
He's not intimidating, to say the least. Like, not the guy you look at and you're like, yeah, he's the lion. I don't remember where I was going with that, but it was just one of those weird things where, like, sometimes the bus will go by and it's like, oh, what a cool looking, like, advertisement. And sometimes it can be like, these two things are not like the other.
It's the cub.
Yeah.
You know, that visual, you were mentioning, like, not thinking about being able to walk on it. Like, for as many interesting things there is going on in this game, it is true that there are, like, the speed of, say, the clouds and stuff that were kind of messing with you, right?
Yeah.
Like, we were still in kind of an era of experimentation, and I think I mentioned this all the way back at the beginning. But, one of the interesting things about that is there were, actually going back to the Dragon Quest series, danger floors and stuff like that are like actual traps. They especially in Dragon Quest, but a lot of other games would very often use the kind of like striped, just like kind of like caution tape is like black and yellow stripe, right? So there's kind of a usage of striping as a visual code for danger. And so to have a floor like that is, if you get the art of it wrong, also going back to the idea of like psychology and design, if you get the art of it wrong, then people may look at it and interpret it as something completely different than what you really intend it to be.
Yeah.
And so here, if I have the lightning ring on, I can make lightning happen.
Well, you can hit enemies with that?
Yeah, okay. And like some of the enemies I'm going to have to lure near it. These guys, it's like whatever. I can use my bullshit side swipe sword to take care of them all.
My bullshit sword.
Yeah.
That'd be great if like the final sword was just named that. At first I thought that said anglerfish. I was like, oh boy. It's just this creepy, like, maw looking fish.
Oh,
those
yeah,
things
with
are
the
apparently
dangles.
a lot bigger than most
they
people
can be,
suspect. Yeah.
I still love the whole, like, we didn't know, basically, like, we weren't sure what male anglerfish looked like until we realized they're tiny and they dissolve. Like when a male anglerfish is born, it like they're basically blind, and they seek out the females by scent effectively.
What a weird
And
thing.
when they like bite onto them, and it releases this enzyme that melts the anglerfish, like the male anglerfish, to their body. And then they basically just become this little like mobile set of gonads for whenever it's time to spawn new anglerfish.
Wow. I'm
Nature's pretty brutal, man.
yeah, man. That's isn't there there's like a subreddit or something like nature is metal or something
yeah.
like that? Yeah. Oof. Glad I'm not an anglerfish. These
Yeah.
dolphins are really cute.
Being an anglerfish must suck.
Well, plus you just look horrifying, so that's-
Got a little
well,
doo-doo
fuck
bob around your
these
head.
ruins.
Right. Well, next time on Crit Catch, we'll try to forget all about that horrible anglerfish story.
Yeah, that you had to introduce into our lives.
Yep.
So
Next time on Crit Catch.
Soul Blazer. They just dissolve.
Oh yeah, it's basically little like fish nuts hanging off.
Oh god. That's God, no, that praying mantis has sucked.
Oh yeah.